everyone, welcome back to the channel, Crystle Sky. This is our channel because we are creating this together. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you do feel called for it. And if you just happen to be a traveler landing on this video, I hope that this video serves you in some way, or at least brings some smiles and love and cozy, warm feelings to your heart. Right now we are building a Mustang community on this channel of free spirits, loving souls, and just really good positive vibes. So today I wanted to get on here and first of all, I love skincare. I think that it's very important, and many of you have seen some of my videos. I talk about skincare a tiny bit here and there. Sometimes I talk about it a bunch, but I just think that skincare is self-love, and loving yourself is so important. And there's so many different ways that you can do self-care. I personally love skin care in terms of, serums, moisturizers, face massagers, just beautiful face cleansers, face oils, things like that. That's what I love to do when I like to do my self-care, skincare kind of thing, And many of you may not be into that. I would always promote it because I think it's good for our souls, good for our beings, good for our energy, just good for everything. I think that if you try it, you might love it and really become just addicted to it. So for those of you that may not be into skin care, self-love and self-care, you can do so many different other things. You can do journaling. I like to do journaling personally. I like to just do all of that, but you could also do reading, you can do drawing, you can go for a run, you can do yoga. There's so many things that you can do, just not skincare. Now, skincare happens to be something I love, so of course I'm going to encourage all of you guys to give it a try, give it a go. It's sometimes very fun, therapeutic, and meditative in so many different ways. But if that's not your forte, then don't worry, because there are other things that you can do. That being said, self-care, skincare, self-love, self-investment, self-improvement, self-development, all these words that we say kind of all come down to one thing, and that is genuine love of yourself, of your soul, worthiness, and just knowing that you deserve amazing things. You deserve positive, you deserve good vibrations in your life. So today what I wanted to talk about, and before we get started on that, I know, sidetrack, but usually I've been using my yellow nephrite, and so tonight I wanted to bring this beautiful rose quartz, which also promotes self-love, into this video, and I'll probably be using it like I often do sometimes when we talk about subjects. So I wanted to introduce that before I forgot, because sometimes I do get so passionate about what I'm talking about and then I forget to tell you guys, some things that I wanted to show you. That being said, as a small disclaimer, if you're going to be using a face roller or face massager, always prime the face. So before this video, I did wash my face, I did put my skincare on, my moisturizers, and a beautiful rose oil by Biossance, just to prep it so that way you're not tugging on it and we can get started with the video. So going back to what I wanted to make this video on after I basically blabbed for however many minutes, but I wanted to come on here and tell you guys that sometimes our harshest vibrations are coming from not loving ourselves fully. And not everybody's going to love themselves perfectly. I don't think anybody on the planet really truly loves themselves like 200%, but I think you can come close to it. And I think that sometimes in the world that we're in, we get carried away by other things, material items, or maybe what the neighbor's doing, and we want to meet the Joneses, and they're doing their backyard, we want to do ours too. And sometimes you have to take a step back from what everybody else is doing in the world and just really reflect on the beauty that you have, and just know that you deserve the very best in life. So I think that we all have to work on loving ourselves. We all have to work on feeling worthy, feeling like we deserve nice things. You know, when you ask God, universe, source, spirit, divinity, whoever you pray to, I think that sometimes we need to ask for guidance, patience, love, acceptance. And I think some of that comes from asking, the higher being to really help us to love ourselves and accept ourselves the way we are. And, always not trying to impress somebody else. And that kind of goes back to something that I talked about, I think maybe a couple videos ago or something, is when you go in for a job interview, many people go in with this mindset that they need this job, they want this job, and it's, you're going in and you really want to impress these people, but really, who's impressing who? The idea is that when you go in for these interviews, you're bringing this vibration of desperation and lack of and scarcity. But when you reflect on it, if you go into these places, you're interviewing them. I mean, yes, they are interviewing you, and they want to make sure that you have certain skills for the job, of course. But the main thing is if you go in there and you're like, hey, I'm going to answer your questions, but reflect on what they're asking you. Reflect on how these people are. What is their energy like? What is their tone of voice? What is the energy in the room? Is this something you would truly want? And really kind of set that tone of you're answering their questions, but at the same time too, you're analyzing, and on a deeper level, you're interviewing them into finding out if that's going to be a good spot for you. Because automatically, when you walk in that building, you're already worthy of that job. You're already deserving of that position. So it shouldn't be a lack vibration when you come and do an interview. It should be a vibration of worthiness. Are they going to work for you? Is it going to be a good spot and good position for what you're needing? So when we look at certain situations that we get in, it's something that we have to do is before we examine the situation, walk into any situation with self-love, compassion, and understanding, and knowing that, even if you didn't get this job, that's fine, because there's so many other ones out there. And not only that, but maybe it wasn't meant to be. I'm going to share a quick story with you guys, as I usually do. And, during this pandemic, we had to move our horses to a boarding place, and you've heard me talk about this boarding place before. And recently, we started looking at different places where we can actually buy a property, and we don't really want to move on that property, so my idea is that we want to get a property where we can have our horses and, all the stuff that we do with them and everything. But we have a really nice renter that can help us, do things that we need with the animals. We started looking around and we found this place, and the realtor has been very uncomfortable, kind of, not bad or anything, not negative, but it's just in kind of he doesn't really answer our questions, or he doesn't seem to really want to make the sale. I don't know, it's been kind of funny, but hasn't been a bad experience, hasn't been something that I'm going to complain about, because there's nothing to complain about. It was just one of those things where, we've called him a couple times trying to make the offer, and he just doesn't really, communicate very well. So that's okay, whatever. But at the same time, too, I know going into this that I asked, the higher being, God, the universe, to really bless this situation. So if this property is meant to be, then it will come to us. But if it's not, then all these things, if we don't get it, it's because it's for a good reason. So, I'm trying as best as we can to get it, but I know that if we don't, that something better is going to come to us. Something better is going to happen to us with, finding the right place for us and our animals. So I think we have to look at certain situations in a very positive manner. And I think it all has to start with self-love. And I'm not perfect at self-love, but I do really work very hard at loving myself and having compassion and patience. And I think that those of you out there that are having trouble finding your worth, I think that you have to start by doing something small. And each little small step that you build on top of another little step starts to add up to this really amazing just vibration and new beginning of positive opportunities and a new outlook on things, and understanding that when you love yourself, you're creating a better vibration, a gentle vibration, very compassionate vibration, and that can help you in any situation. Whether you're getting a job, whether you're, in a situation, in a relationship where maybe you're not very happy in that relationship, but it can either go two ways with that self-love. You can say, wow, I really love myself so much that I really love our relationship, and because of that, I know that I'm coming to you with good intention, that I love myself and I love us, so I really want to make this work. So maybe we can go see, a couples counselor or a therapist and try to make this work. Or you can say, you know what, I really love myself and I can see that this situation isn't good for me for, whatever reasons, and you're able to walk away. Just as if any other situation, if you're having an argument with your mom or your sister, you can take a step back and say, you know what, I love myself, and this isn't the energy that I want to bring to the table. So, maybe we can reflect on an issue of how to agree to disagree, or we can create a better way of communicating without it going into a full-blown, altercation, argument, and really reflecting on how self-love can really vibrate to better opportunities in our life. Whether we're looking for a job, whether we're in a relationship, whether it's a relationship with our parents or friends or sisters or brothers or, whatever it is. But I think that self-love really comes from a frequency of compassionate love, but vibrations of understanding. So those of you that are out there that are really trying to find self-worth, start by something small. Get a face roller. I know it's going to sound funny and you guys are like, okay, whatever, like this lady. But you know what? Get a rose quartz and get some face oil and rub your face. It sounds silly, but it goes a long way. And if you're not into that kind of thing, go buy yourself something nice. It doesn't have to be expensive. You could buy a nice pair of socks, and just put them on and watch a nice movie. You can, read a book that you've been wanting to read. You can, go and sit outside in the beautiful moonlight and enjoy the stars. Sorry, I was burping. But, do something that really makes you happy, something that you love, and that's going to really feed your nourishing energy to vibrate on a higher frequency, to invite love and worthiness. And I think that, self-development is also important, but finding worth is also beautiful. And some ideas to help you find your worth is to journal. And really, I love The Simpsons. I think that it's such a funny cartoon and it's super, super cute. But my favorite part is at the beginning. If any of you guys have seen The Simpsons, or if you haven't, at least go and, Google an episode. You can, watch 10 seconds of it or whatever. But in the beginning intro is Bart writing on the chalkboard, and he always writes something new, like, I'm not going to put gum underneath my desk, or, and he's just writing over and over this one mantra, right? It's kind of funny to say, but do that. Get yourself a piece of paper, get yourself a journal, whatever it is that you want to write on, and write yourself a mantra. Say, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am truly, deeply worthy. I deserve good things. I deserve happiness. I deserve positive. I deserve healing. I deserve good health. I deserve good well-being. I deserve a good support system and good people around me. I deserve to smile. I deserve to dance. I deserve to vibrate with love and acceptance. And those are some of the mantras. If you create your own mantra, by any means, please create your own that resonates with you. But those are just some examples. Those are some of the things that I put in my journal, and I just write that sentence over and over. Now, I don't always do that in my journal, writing a sentence over and over, but you know, I do different things in my journal. But those of you that are starting off, or those of you, sometimes it's like, okay, what do I write today in my journal? And sometimes you find that you don't really have anything to write. Then just write that one sentence over and over. Develop your worthiness, not by something big, but by something small, because simple steps make the loudest, most voluminous, beautiful opportunities and harmony. You're creating your symphony of beauty by just resonating on these higher frequencies of positivity and creating mantras that really speak to you and resonate to where you are in your life, and they're going to carry with you forever to just really create a beautiful essence of love, peace, joy, compassion, harmony, self-love, self-development, self-care, even skincare, and just an abundance of worthiness. So those of you, I hope that, you know, this video might have been a little bit sporadic because I was, you know, very passionate about it and, you know, going off on different subjects, but overall, the gist of the message in today's video is you are worthy. You deserve worthiness. You deserve deservance. You deserve peace and happiness and all the good things. Don't let anybody bring you down. Don't let the neighbor bring you down. Don't let a coworker bring you down. Don't let a boyfriend, girlfriend bring you down. A wife, a husband bring you down. Don't let anybody bring you down, because you are a beautiful, beautiful soul. And it just takes one little step at a time. We put one foot in front of the other and we keep moving forward. Keep loving yourself. Keep knowing that you are worthy. You deserve it. And like I said, I know it's silly, but my thing is, I really love self-care and skincare, and this is, you know, just one of my little steps forward. So for those of you that are looking for a self-care, skincare regimen, you know, you can just start something small by maybe washing your face twice a day. You know, if you're already doing that, maybe add something else that's, you know, kind of nice, maybe a moisturizer, or putting lotion on your hands and just smelling the beautiful fragrance that it has. I know some people don't like fragrance because it can be a little harsh, but sometimes, you know, you need a fragrance just to help you, to put you in a better mindset, like aromatherapy. So if you are allergic to fragrance, please don't do that. You know, maybe you can just put a diffuser and incense on, but just start with little things, because those little things are really the most important things you can do for yourself and the greater good, just by raising your vibration. So anybody who's watching this video, and you've actually watched the entire video, and yes, it was a little sporadic, but just know that you have somebody on this channel that deeply loves you. I know that you're worthy. I know that you deserve so many great things. I send you love. I send you greatness. And wherever you are, just know that you have somebody praying for you, somebody loving you, accepting you, and sending you beautiful vibrations. So to all my beautiful Mustangs out there, just keep your free spirit voluminous and enjoy your day or night. Remember to celebrate your wins, no matter how big or how small they might be. And as always, tons of love, and namaste.